Good morning, my dear student. I hope you all are fine at home. Today we are dealing with another lesson, class 9 English, Moments, lesson number 3, Iswaran the Storyteller. Iswaran the Storyteller. Story is written by R.K. LAXMAN. Just 1 minute we will focus on R.K. LAXMAN. R.K. LAXMAN, he was born in 24th October 1921 and he died 26th January 2015 on a Republic Day. R.K. LAXMAN has written many stories for the students that enter the country. So the government of India honored him by giving Padma Vibhushan. This is the third highest civilian award in the year of 1973 and 2005. 2 times government of India honored him by giving the Padma Vibhushan award. And he has received the Lifetime Achievement Award for Journalism. He also received the Lifetime Achievement for Journalism. And he has written his autobiography, and the name of the autobiography is Tunnel of Time. This is all about R.K. LAXMAN. Now we are going to study about the lesson Iswaran the Storyteller. The Iswaran the Storyteller, mainly there are 2 characters that are known as Mahendra and Iswaran. If we speak about Mahendra is bachelor and he was unmarried, and the work is that he was a supervisor for a construction company, and every once in a while for 5 months or 6 months he will shift his place. Once the work is over, he will go to another place, and wherever Mahendra goes, there was another person going with him. His name is Iswaran. He was Mahendra's cook, and he is a very good person. He was a very good cook. He prepares food for him, and one of the main important habit or hobby Iswaran has, he reads many books when free times, and he was very good in explaining story in his own style. One of the main thing, in one day what happened, Mahendra go to a new place. There they were settled, they are permanent, they have provided a temporary place is provided for staying. In the temporary place, what happened? There is no big market, but with less things, Iswaran would able to prepare delicious food for Mahendra. And Mahendra one day work is like this. When Mahendra go to job, the Iswaran first of all clean the house, washes his clothes, and he take bath and prepare the food. Thereafter, he will open one of his storybook, Tamil thriller movie storybooks, the story which like adventurous stories he will read, and he will wait for Mahendra to come. After evening having supper, the Iswaran will start explaining the story to Mahendra. While that Iswaran explains story, we could see the way how he explains story. We can see this the body gesture of Iswaran and the facial expression and the voice modulation. These are one of the main thing we need to focus while Iswaran says the story. So every day he says stories. One day Iswaran said a story to Mahendra when he was studying in the school. When he was studying in the junior classes, one day there was an elephant who was escaped from the jungle and coming to the road. While road he was entered, he destroyed all the things, whatever he sees on the road, unless he entered in the school compound also. There were many plants over there, many things he has destroyed, and he just, by seeing the elephant, all the teachers and students get into the classes. Few of the teachers and students, they climbed on the terrace too. And Iswaran also was climbed on the terrace. And afterwards, Iswaran saw there was a stick. Teacher is having a stick. Iswaran take the stick from the teacher's hand, just come down and just run towards the elephant on the ground. And after standing in front of the elephant, Iswaran shouted at the elephant, and with the stick he has beaten that elephant down. Then elephant was surprised, and elephant got unconscious and fell down. By hearing this style of story, Mahendra was surprisingly listening to Iswaran, and Iswaran said, now I will go to kitchen and let me wash the dishes and prepare food for you. Until he come back, Mahendra was sitting, and after reaching, Mahendra asked Iswaran, oh, what was the end of the story? What happened? What happened to the elephant? Then Iswaran said that then they called the veterinary doctor. Veterinary doctor was come, given some injection, and the elephant got conscious, and elephant was gone back to his jungle. This is the way, very surprisingly, Iswaran tried to make many stories and make them happy, Mahendra. So Mahendra and Iswaran was happy, was living, was going on. Few days after, Iswaran said to Mahendra, today is an auspicious day, because today known as we are giving food for the dead members, elders who was dead in our family. This day we are particularly observing for that. That's why you will prepare something, a special meal. And Iswaran prepared a good meal, prepared a good delicious food. Mahendra had that and he was happy. One of the best food he has ever eaten. And after evening, automatically what happened? Iswaran started telling the story. This time the Iswaran changed the style of stories. He started telling the stories related to ghosts and related to supernatural powers he was telling. And he was, while telling the stories about ghosts, Iswaran said, I heard seen that where presently we are living this temporary place, there nearby there is a big ground is there. This ground was a burial ground for many years before. While I was going to the market, I could see many of the skull and many of the body parts and who was already died many years before. While hearing this, Mahendra got unconscious. Mahendra got frightened. Mahendra started shivering and he was not so happy mood. Till the Iswaran said the stories about few days before, I have seen a sound outside. When I looking outside, I saw a ghost, a lady was carrying a small baby and walking on the road in the walking night, and she was singing a song. By hearing and thought, Mahendra got little temptation. He started afraid and just he go to the bed for sleeping, and he is unable to sleep. He is not getting enough sleep. Just he was thinking in mind, thinking that something is there, something is outside. So he just want to us. Simply he opened the window and looking outside. So many times he opened. Unfortunately, 2-3 days continuously he was not able to sleep. One day just he heard a sound and just opened the window. He felt that somebody is standing outside and he couldn't sleep well. Next day morning, Iswaran asked Mahendra, how was the day yesterday? Yesterday I heard some sound from your room and I had came there. Just I opened and I was listening. Then I saw somebody was crying. And I said, I thought some of the girls, somebody was crying inside the room. Then by hearing that, Mahendra got totally afraid and he said, suddenly he was going to his office. After reaching there, he was given the resignation and he quit the job, and see Mahendra and Iswaran, see both of them say goodbye to that haunted place and they had left the job. This is the way R.K. Lakshman ending the story. So thank you my dear students, and today we have studied about Iswaran the storyteller. Next day we will come with another lesson. See you.